All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody. First of all, I want to apologize for not being on yesterday, and we're a little bit late today, but that's okay. We're just going to do one game today. We'll kick off Week 7 of our current NFL season with the Thursday night game. It'll be the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. The Giants come in as the lone undefeated team, still playing here in the league. They're 6-0 coming in. The Vikings are 4-2. The Vikings are tied with Green Bay atop the NFC Central. The Giants were only 6 weeks completed in the season, but the Giants already have a 4-game lead in the NFC East. And this will be at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Let's take a look at the standings right now. Vikings Skywalker is 20-15. He's taking the Vikings in this one. I know that already, so we'll put that over here. CJ is 8-3. Jax is 26-20. Waldo is 5-4. Braden is 20-18. And Evil Dead on the season now is 55-40. And Evil Dead is taking the Giants in this one. He's already texted me his pick for today. He's at Pinball tonight. All right. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let's head out to Minneapolis, Minnesota for this one. The Giants, Vikings here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into U.S. Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the Giants and the Vikings. And welcome in to another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. Cuddles is here already. How you doing, Cuddles? The Giants, the only undefeated team left. They're 6-0. Trying to remain undefeated. They play the 4-2 Vikings as we kick off Week 7. The Giants will get the ball first. We're underway live from Minneapolis. From the 6-yard line on the return, this will be Job Cooper, the rookie out of Arkansas, out to the 29-yard line. Starting quarterback Stephen Gardner in his 7th year out of Houston. I'm doing well, Cuddles. There's Stephen Gardner. Misty's around here somewhere. Giants will get the ball first at their own 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Just underway. Just one game for you tonight, this one here. And then I have some stuff I have to do. Misty's here. Say hi, Misty. There you go. Say hi to Cuddles. Gardner throws on 1st down outside. Threw it behind his receiver, Michael Holmes, the rookie out of USC. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Just underway. Live from Minneapolis, Minnesota. On 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner back. Throws outside. Caught by Patrick Collins. Turns upfield and gets out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 15 for Collins in his 13th year out of Georgia. 1st down, G-Man. Giants now from their own 44, 4 wide. Gardner in the gun. Gardner looking. Throws down the middle and caught. Making the catch. Number 82, Michael Holmes, out to the 43 as they cross midfield. A gain of 15 yards. Be 1st and 10 Giants at the Viking 43. Opening drive of the game. Misty has said goodnight at 7:10 Central. That's early, even for her. On 1st and 10 from the Viking 43. Gardner Hands off to Eric Johnson up the middle. A big gain by Johnson. Down to the 27-yard line. A 16-yard scamper by Eric Johnson, the 8th year back out of Duke. Misty did get up early and work today. 4 wide. Gardner on the shotgun. 1st and 10. Gardner drops back, throws across the middle, and caught by Michael Holmes again. A gain of 4 yards down to the 23-yard line. The rookie out of USC, Michael Holmes. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Giants at the Viking 23-yard line. Giants come out. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner drops back. Gardner looking. Still looking. He's got all day. He's having a picnic. Throws downfield, incomplete. All that time and he couldn't find an open receiver. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Giants at the Viking 23-yard line. Big 3rd down for the G-men. Giants come out 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun, 3rd and 6. Gardner looking. Gardner throws near side and caught, but shy of the 1st down, making the catch. Number 84, that's Dalton Hancock, the tight end. They needed 6, he got 4. It's going to bring him up 4th and 2 at the 18-yard line. Zach Whitney will come on, the 10th year kicker out of Louisiana Tech. This will be a 35-yard field goal attempt to get the Giants on the board first. No, the Giants are going to go for it on 4th and 2 from the 18. A gamble here for the Giants early. Gardner hands off to Johnson. They pick up the 1st down. Eric Johnson picks up 3 yards. 1st down Giants at the Vikings 16. Everybody in tight. Gardner under center on 1st and 10. Gardner to Johnson again. And Johnson this time down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 3 to be 2nd and 7. Ty Martin on the tackle, the linebacker, in his 8th year out of Tennessee. Long opening drive by the Giants. 5:07 left here in the 1st quarter. Gardner in the shotgun, 2nd and 7. Gardner back. Gardner throws and overthrows his receiver. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7. Misty's for the purple team. That's the Vikings. As is Viking Skywalker. Evil Dead rooting for the Giants. 4 wide on 3rd and 7. Gardner in the shotgun. Washington, the tight end, in motion. Gardner looking. Gardner throws to Washington in the flat. Turns upfield and gets out to the 2-yard line. A gain of 11. It'll be 1st and goal Giants. 4:45 and counting. Here in the 1st quarter. Still the opening drive of the game. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Giants come out. 3 receivers to the near side. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner hands off to Johnson. Touchdown. Giants. A 2-yard touchdown run. Eric Johnson, the 8th year back out of Duke. And the Giants go up 6-0 as they score a touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. And they ate up a lot of time doing it. Almost half the quarter. And now Zach Whitney will come on for the point after. Whitney for the extra point. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. The Giants lead it 7-0. A 12-play, 72-yard drive. 4:29 left to play here in the 1st quarter. Live from US Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Week 7, our Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. CJ's in the house. Good to see you, CJ. Giants have just scored. The Vikings are about to get it for the first time. Kicking off will be Zach Whitney. Gets the kick away. Braden's in the house too. From the 4-yard line on the return. This will be Ace Ellington, and Ellington brings it out to the 35-yard line. First down, Minnesota. So the Giants took the opening kickoff, marched down the field, got a touchdown, and now the Vikings have it for the first time, led by Jay Foster, the 5th-year quarterback out of Michigan. The Giants at 6-0, the Vikings at 4-2. Giants all alone in first place in the NFC East. The Vikings are tied with Green Bay for first place in the NFC Central. Everybody else in the NFC Central is one game back at 3-3. It's a tight division. 1st and 10. Foster fakes the handoff. Foster in trouble now. He's going to try to take off, but he gets sacked back at the 31-yard line. A loss of 3. Easton Ayers in his 6th year out of Texas Tech on the sack. It'll be 2nd and 13. So Cuddles is here, CJ, and Braden Mann's here. Evil Dead's at pinball tonight. It's Wednesday. We took last night off. We're back tonight. Just one game tonight. We'll have our customary, at least a doubleheader tomorrow, maybe even 3. 2nd and 13. Foster looking. Foster takes off. And Foster slides at the 43-yard line. A gain of 11. It'll be 3rd and 2. Misty's here too. Misty took the Vikings. Minnesota faces a 3rd and 2, trying to avoid going 3 and out. No, I don't watch the real NFL anymore. I can't stand it. 3rd and 2 from the 43-yard line. I know it sounds funny. Foster throws. And caught by John Mills out to the 50-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Vikings. Too many things about the NFL that I don't like. First and foremost, the 17-game schedule. They should have never went to that. Should have stayed at 16. Everybody has 1,000 different uniform combinations. I hate that. Foster, 1st and 10. Foster throws and caught by Dante Keith, the 8th-year receiver out of Penn State, out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Waldo's in the house. Good to see you, Waldo. Waldo's going to now hide in the crowd. We'll all find him. 4 wide, 2nd and 1. Foster under center. Foster fakes the handoff, throws, and caught by Lawson Underwood. And Underwood, the big tight end, down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 9. That'll be a first down for the Vikings. I already put you down for the Vikings there, Viking Skywalker. If you're just joining us, the Giants scored a touchdown on their opening drive. This is Minnesota's opening drive. 1st and 10 from the Giant 32-yard line. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Maffa, and Phil Maffa makes his way down to the 28-yard line, a gain of 3. And one of the offensive linemen, Brett Brocious, the right guard, got shaken up. Misty, your favorite team's the Buccaneers, not the Vikings. The Bucs are your favorite team. Oh, okay. Your purple team lost to your Bucs last week. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Vikings at the Giant 28-yard line. 1:56 left to play in the first quarter, coming off a injury timeout. Vikings in the I formation. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Maffa, and Maffa to the 25. A gain of 4 yards to bring up 3rd and 3. Julius Sanders on the tackle, the linebacker. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 3 situation for the Vikings at the Giant 25. Big third down here, trailing 7-0. Foster under center. Foster looking. Foster throws and caught by Underwood at the 16. A gain of 9, first down Minnesota. Nolan Mixon, the linebacker, on the tackle, but it's a first down for the Vikings. Minnesota trying to do like the Giants did, score a touchdown on their opening drive. 1:14 left in the first quarter. Vikings at the Giant 16-yard line in the I formation. Foster to Maffa around the outside, and Maffa down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. See you all in the doubleheader. Jax is in the house. Good to see you, Jax. We're at the tail end of the first quarter here. Cuddles with a chainsaw in the hype. I like it. On second down, they hand off to Maffa inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Down to 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Vikings trying to tie this one up. 4 wide. Foster under center on 3rd and 3. Foster fakes the handoff, throws to the end zone, is caught, touchdown, Vikings. John Mills, an 8-yard touchdown catch in his 4th year at UNLV. And the Vikings, just like the Giants, they score a touchdown on their opening drive. I had a feeling this was going to be a good game to kick off Week 7. 2 first-place teams in their divisions. And now Randy Lloyd will come on for the point after. To tie this one up. Lloyd for the extra point. Snap, kick is up. Kick is good. We're tied at 7 with 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Live from US Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Week 7, our Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. I get the feeling this is going to be this type of game, back and forth. These are 2 playoff teams from last season, by the way. And now the kickoff by Spalding from the 4-yard line. On the return, this is Jay Molson, and Molson brings it out to the 32-yard line. And that's where the Giants will take over with 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. We'll have 1 play and then we'll change quarters. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner hands off to Johnson. Not much at the end of 1. We're tied at 7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to US Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. We go to the second quarter. We're tied at 7 with the Giants and the Vikings. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Giants at their own 32. They come out in the I formation. Gardner under center. Gardner hands off to Eric Johnson again, and Johnson makes his way out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 7 to bring up 3rd and 3. Tackled by Donovan St. Paul, the linebacker. And now the Giants face a 3rd and 3. 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun. Jackson Ray in motion. Gardner throws to Ray down the sideline, all the way down to the 42. That's a 20-yard gain by Jackson Ray, the rookie out of LSU, down the sideline into Viking territory at the Viking 42-yard line. 1st and 10, G-Men in a tie ball game. Giants trying to remain the only undefeated team. Last season, they went 11-0 before they lost their first game. They finished 12-4. They lost 3 of their last 4 games. Michael Holmes with the catch down to the 33-yard line. A gain of 9, be 2nd and 1. Last year they went 11-0 before they lost, and the season before they went 9-0 before they suffered their first loss. The Giants have gone 12-4 the last 2 seasons. 2nd and 1 from the 33. Gardner looking. Gardner throws deep to the end zone. Incomplete. Knocked away by number 25, Lawrence Burnside, in his 5th year out of BYU. Ironically, though, the last 2 seasons, the Giants have been one and done in the playoffs. They lost to the 49ers 2 seasons ago, and they lost to the Cowboys last season. They finish with the best record and then lose their first playoff game. The handoff to Johnson, and he picks up the first down, 2 yards out to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10, G-Man at the Viking 31. On 1st and 10, Gardner under center. Hands off to Johnson up the middle, and Johnson, Eric Johnson, down to the 23-yard line, a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Giants trying to retake the lead here on this drive. We're tied at 7. I want to correct myself with something I said earlier. Just give me a second. Right after this play. 2nd and 2 from the 23. Collins on the end around takes the snap inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Last season the Giants finished 12-4. The season before they finished 10-4. We only played a 14-game season that season. But they still finished with the best record in the league 2 seasons in a row for the NFC. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Gardner hands off to Johnson to the 16-yard line, a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down for the G-men at the Viking 16-yard line. These have been long drives, eating up a lot of time. Coming up on 5 minutes. Gardner gets sacked. That play took too long to develop. Andy Doris came in and made the sack in his 13th year out of Wisconsin. A loss of 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 12 back at the 20-yard line. That play took forever to develop. Viking Skywalker, purple power. Misty likes the purple teams too. On 3rd and 12 from the 20-yard line. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner looking. Gardner throws and caught at the 10-yard line. A diving catch by Michael Holmes, the rookie. He's going to be shy of the first down. A gain of 10. It's going to be 4th and 2. Do the Giants go for it, or do they kick the field goal? They're going to go for it. No guts, no glory. Here we go. 4th and 2 from the 10. 3 to the near side. Gardner in the shotgun. Hands off to Johnson. And Johnson trying to get outside. Only gains a yard. It'll be a turnover on downs. The Giants come up empty. They get denied. Nice tackle by Alex Woodson, who came up, the defensive back, in his 5th year out of Miami. So the Giants, they went for it on 4th down, and they came up snake eyes, no good. And now the Vikings offense will come back out. It's still tied at 7 here in the second quarter. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left until halftime. Vikings now, they can take the lead. 4 wide for the Vikings. Foster under center. Foster looking, throws, dumps it off to Lawson Underwood down the sideline. Underwood, 13 yards out to the 22-yard line. And that'll be a Minnesota first down. Under 4 minutes left in the first half. We're still tied at 7. Once again, just one game tonight. We'll be back with at least a doubleheader tomorrow, maybe even 3 at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Foster under center. Hands off to Phil Maffa up the middle, and Maffa out to the 29. A gain of 7 will bring up 2nd and 3. Phil Maffa in his second year out of Clemson. Giants at 6-0, trying to remain the only undefeated team. On 2nd and 3 for the Vikings. Foster looking. Foster throws near side and caught by Rondé James out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 19 yards by Rondé James in his 4th year out of Arizona. Evil Dead is at pinball tonight, but he took the Giants. He sent me his pick. 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Foster looking. Foster still looking. Rolls out, and Foster gets taken down at the 42-yard line. A loss of 6 by Thomas Watts, the 6th-year defensive end out of Kansas. It'll be 2nd and 16 for Minnesota. Back at the 42-yard line. I've been getting this question a lot lately, so let me answer it. I'm not using Madden 26 because it's crap. It's unplayable. On 2nd and 16, Foster looking. Foster throws and caught by John Mills across midfield to the 44-yard line. A 14-yard gain. He's going to be just shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 2. TMG! We haven't seen him in a month. How you doing, TMG? Welcome on in. Where have you been hiding? 3rd and 2 from the 44-yard line. Foster under center. Foster is going to get sacked on the blitz. Julius Sanders, the linebacker, comes in his 9th year out of Connecticut. A loss of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up 4th and 2. And that's going to take us, it looks like, to the 2-minute warning here in the first half. TMG, our good friend from Cincinnati. 2-minute warning here in the first half. We're tied at 7. U.S. Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Oh, you're recovering from a knee injury. Wow, I hope you're okay, man. Back to punt, James Spalding. Spalding gets the punt away. This is going to be, oh boy, out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Nice punt by Spalding, the rookie out of Baylor. And now the Giants will take over at their own 4, tied at 7. Misty says hi, everybody. 1:54 left to play in the first half. Both teams with 3 timeouts. Giants, let's see if they get at least a field goal and take the lead before halftime. Yeah, the gang's all here tonight except for Evil Dead. He's at pinball. Gardner under center. Gardner hands off to Johnson. And Eric Johnson plows his way out to the 12-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. .140 and counting. Four wide for the Giants. Gardner under center. Gardner drops back, throws, dumps it off. Nice recovery. Nice catch by Patrick Collins. 8 yards out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, G-Men. They're still not taking a timeout. We're under a minute. The Vikings will get the second half kickoff. Down to 35 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Gardner drops back. Gardner throws outside, and it's dropped by Eric Johnson. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 26 seconds left in the half and bring up 2nd and 10. We had a feeling this was going to be a tight game, and it hasn't disappointed. 2 first-place teams 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Gardner in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Gardner looking. Gardner, he's going to take off. Picks up the first down and slides at the 33. A gain of 13. And the Giants take a timeout. They have 2 left with 20 seconds left to play here in the first half. Our Week 7 Thursday night game to kick off the week. First and 10, G-Men from their own 33. Gardner in the shotgun. Collins in motion. Gardner. He's got time, throws near side and caught by Johnson for a 2-yard gain. He's pushed out of bounds at the 35 with 14 seconds left in the half. It'll be 2nd and 8. Four wide. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner looking. He's got all day. He throws and caught underneath Keith Washington. Out to the 43-yard line, a gain of 8. The Giants take a timeout with 8 seconds left. It'll be first down Giants. Well, they're close enough where they can probably throw a Hail Mary here. That's what they'll probably do. With 8 seconds left in the half. Tied at 7. Well, 4 wide. Gardner in the under center. Gardner looking. Throws near side and caught. Making the catch, Dalton Hancock, the tight end. He gets out of bounds at the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 as they are a little bit closer now with 5 seconds left. Stops the clock. He got out of bounds. Now the Giants will line up for that Hail Mary I was talking about. Gardner in the shotgun. 2nd and 6. 3 to the far side. Gardner back and throws underneath. Crosses everybody up. Incomplete. 1 second left. That'll stop the clock. He was looking for Keith Washington. Trying to sneak a pass off to him. 1 second left to be 3rd and 6. We're almost at halftime. They'll probably throw the Hail Mary this time. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner back. Gardner rolls out. And he gets sacked. No Hail Mary. We go to halftime. We're tied at 7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. We go to the second half, the third quarter, as the Giants at 6-0 and the Vikings at 4-2 are tied at 7. Vikings will get the second half kickoff from the 6-yard line. On the return, Ace Ellington, and Ellington gets out to the 26-yard line. And that's where Minnesota will have it, 1st and 10. Both teams scored on their respective opening drives, but nobody has scored since. Vikings now with a chance to take the lead for the first time. 4 wide for Minnesota on 1st and 10 from their own 26. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Maffa, a draw play, and Maffa 7 yards out to the 33-yard line to bring up 2nd and 3. Who do they play next week in Week 8? I'll let you know in just a second, right after this play. On 2nd and 3, Foster hands off to Maffa, and Maffa picks up 3 yards, maybe 2 yards, out to the 35-yard line, bring up 3rd and 1. Next week, Minnesota plays at Green Bay, and that could be a huge game. depending on what happens here, and also depending on what the Packers do at Chicago later this week. And the Giants next week play at the Jets. Talk about a huge game there. 3rd and 1. Foster throws outside, caught by Rondé James out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, Minnesota. That Giant Jet game is the Monday night game next week. Giants right now are 6-0. The Jets are 5-1. That could be a dynamite game. 1st and 10 in the I formation. Foster. Play action. Foster gets sacked back at the 36-yard line. A loss of 4 yards. Thomas Watts on the sack. It'll bring up 2nd and 14. 6:25 and counting here in the third quarter. We're tied at 7. After both teams scored on their opening drives, it's turned into a defensive game. Both teams have made adjustments. 2nd and 14. Foster in the shotgun. Mills in motion. Foster. Play action. Foster rolls out and throws it away back the other way. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 14 for the Vikings. Back at their own 36-yard line. Minnesota lost to the Bucs opening weekend, then won 4 in a row before losing to the Bucs last week. Okay, it's thundering here in Nashville. They throw outside to Maffa down the sideline, and Phil Maffa across midfield, a big gain down to the Giant 39-yard line. It's a 25-yard gain by Phil Maffa, the second year back out of Clemson. First down, Vikings in the Giant territory. Vikings trying to take the lead. Vikings trying to give the Giants their first loss of the season. 4 wide, 1st and 10 from the Giant 39. Foster under center. Mills in motion. Foster to Maffa, and Maffa gets through the line inside the 30. Maffa down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 18. First down, Minnesota. At the Giant 21-yard line. As we're coming up on 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. 4 wide. Maffa under center, or Foster under center, excuse me. Foster to Maffa. And Maffa tries to get outside. Only picks up a yard before Greg Gibson comes up and makes the tackle. Number 20 in his 10th year out of North Texas, the free safety. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 20-yard line. 4:45 and counting. Vikings come out in the offset eye. Foster under center. Foster, they pitch to Maffa around the outside, and Maffa to the 19-yard line. A gain of only a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Make it a 2-yard gain, be 3rd and 7 at the 19. 4:15 and counting here in the third quarter. Vikings are in field goal range. 4 wide, 3rd and 7. Foster in the shotgun. Foster looking, throws near side, overthrows Lawson Underwood, the tight end. It'll be 4th down. This will be a 36-yard field goal attempt by Randy Lloyd. This will give the Vikings the lead from 36. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Vikings take the lead for the first time, 10-7, here in the third quarter. 4:01 to play. All right, Cuddles. I never really took the time to figure that out. Appreciate it. I'm more focused on the content than the bells and whistles. There's the kick from the 6-yard line. On the return, Jay Molson. And Molson out to the 30-yard line. Yeah, there's a reason for that. The guy that set it up was setting it up and using it and marketing it as his own site. So I shut it down. He was taking my content, making it seem like it was his. And I said, no, that's not going to work. 4 wide, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Gardner in the shotgun. Yeah, we can fix that. Collins in motion. Gardner looking. Gardner throws, and it's dropped. Michael Holmes couldn't hold on, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Giants at their own 30-yard line. On 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line, 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Gardner back. Gardner throws, and it's dropped again. This time by Eric Johnson. All right, Cuddles. I didn't know how well versed you were with all this stuff, but that's great to know. I need tech support badly. 3rd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Gardner looking. Gardner throws and caught by Patrick Collins out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 17. Yeah, Vikings, Scott, what you've dealt with that before? Yeah, the guy that set it up for me, he had been in here for about a year supporting the channel, and then he set that up and stole all my content. Or not really stole it, but tried to pass it off as his. 1st and 10 from the 47, 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner looking. Gardner steps up, throws, and it's caught by Eric Johnson down the sideline, down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 23. Giants on the move, down 10-7. We're coming up on 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Giants, everybody in tight this time. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Gardner fakes the handoff. Gardner throws and caught. Keith Washington, the tight end, 19 yards down to the 11-yard line. The 5th-year tight end out of Michigan. 1st and 10 Giants at the Viking 11. Giants not wasting any time moving the ball down the field. 4 wide. Gardner under center. Gardner hands off to Patrick Collins on the end around down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and inches, a gain of 9. Giants knocking at the door as we're coming up on 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Giants come out in the I formation. Gardner under center. 2nd and inches from the 1-yard line. Gardner to Johnson. Touchdown, Giants. A 1-yard touchdown run. Eric Johnson, the 8th-year back out of Duke. And the Giants go up 13-10 with the extra point to come. This one going back and forth. And now the Giants have the lead. Giants trying to remain undefeated. They're 6-0 coming in. Trying to get to 7-0. The Vikings at 4-2 in a battle for first. They're tied with the Packers for first place. Whitney for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. Giants lead it 14-10. We're live from U.S. Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Our Week 7 Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. We'll have at least 2 games tomorrow night, possibly 3. I'll give you the lineup at 8 o'clock Eastern time. It'll be Buffalo at Philadelphia, and then the Jets at Baltimore. And if we do have a 3rd game, it'll be a humdinger. It'll be the Panthers and the Redskins. Panthers and Redskins are both 0-6. Something's got to give in that one. Whitney will kick off from the 6-yard line. On the return, Ace Ellington, and Ellington out to the 28-yard line. And that's where Minnesota will take over. Phil Maffa, his stats on the day. 1:49 left in the third quarter. Still a lot of time left in this one. Giants up 14-10. And now let's see if the Vikings can retake the lead. Vikings come out. Foster in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Maffa in motion. Foster throws to Maffa. Maffa's going to be hit behind the line. A 5-yard loss. That play didn't fool anybody. Isaiah Nettles comes over and makes the tackle. The 4th-year defensive end out of Texas Christian. It'll be 2nd and 15 back at the 23-yard line. 1:35 and counting. Here in the third quarter. In the I formation, Foster under center. Foster hands off to Maffa, and Phil Maffa to the 28. Again, of 4 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. 1:13 and counting here in the third quarter. Giants up 14-10. Vikings on the move. They face a 3rd and 11, though. Everybody in tight. Single receiver out wide. Foster in the gun. Maffa in motion. Foster looking. Foster, he's going to try to take off, and he's going to get the first down and more across midfield to the 47-yard line. A 25-yard gain by Jay Foster to the Giant 47-yard line. They get the first down and a lot more. There was nobody down the left side, so he just took off. I can't say as I blame him. 35 seconds left in the quarter. 1st and 10 from the Giant 47. 5 receivers wide. Foster back. Throws near side. And that is caught by John Mills. Picks up 2 yards out to the 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. We're down to 15 seconds in the third quarter. Will we get the playoff in time? We might. Four receivers set wide. They do get the playoff in time. Foster gets sacked, though, for a loss of 7. At the end of 3, Giants up 14-10 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back. U.S. Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. We go to the fourth quarter. Giants lead the Vikings 14-10. It'll be a 3rd and 17 for the Vikings as we start quarter number 4. They're coming out with 4 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Empty backfield for Foster. Maffa in motion. Foster looking, throws down the sideline, and nobody's looking. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th and 17. He had a receiver there, but he wasn't looking for the football. I don't think the Vikings are going to go for it on 4th and 17. They're going to punt. James Spalding back to punt. A chance now for the Giants to make it a multiple score game. There's the kick. Inside the 10 and into the end zone. Touchback. And the Giants will have it at the 20-yard line. 7:50 left to play. Giants lead it 14-10. Giants trying to hang on and get to 7-0. And then in week 8, they play the Jets. What a game that will be. The Jets play the Ravens tomorrow, by the way. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Gardner hands off to Johnson. And Johnson picks up 2 to the 22-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. 7:40 and counting. Giants looking to eat up some time on this drive. It's been a tight game. We thought it would. 2nd and 8 from the 22-yard line. 4 receivers. 3 to the near side. Gardner under center. Washington in motion. Gardner hands off to Johnson. Johnson picks up only a yard to the 23-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. We're coming up on 7 minutes left. Big 3rd down for the Giants. Can the Vikings get a stop? 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun. 3rd and 7. Washington in motion. Gardner back. Gardner scrambling. Now throws deep. And he's got a man. Patrick Collins down to the 39-yard line. 38 yards to Patrick Collins, the 13th year receiver out of Georgia. He got a step on Spencer, but he had to wait for the football. Had he hit him in stride, he probably would have scored. Andrew Spencer, the safety, made the tackle. 1st and 10 from the Viking 39. Gardner in the shotgun. Hands off to Johnson. And Johnson to the 35. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. 6:15 and counting. Giants trying to put this one away. They can make it a 2-score game with any type of score here. Actually, they need a touchdown for a 2-score game. I'm sorry. 3 to the far side. Gardner back. Gardner throws underneath. Caught by Holmes. Michael Holmes, the rookie out of USC, down to the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8, and that'll be another Giant 1st down. 5:45 and counting. 1st and 10 G-men at the Viking 27. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner going to take it himself. He doesn't go far. Coming up to make the tackle, number 25, Lawrence Burnside, the safety. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. 5:20 and counting. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Gardner in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Gardner looking. Gardner in trouble. Throws away. Throws it out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 5:05 left. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the Viking 28. Big 3rd down for both teams right here. 3rd and 10 from the Viking 28. Gardner in the shotgun. Johnson in motion. Gardner back. Gardner looking. Gardner throws deep. Caught. Touchdown. Michael Holmes. A 28-yard touchdown catch. He was wide open in the middle of the end zone. How do you leave a receiver that wide open? My goodness. They failed to cover him correctly. And the Giants go up by 10 now, 20-10, with 4:59 left to play. Wow. And the extra point will make it a 2-score, 11-point game. Zach Whitney for the PAT. Kick is up, and it's good. Giants lead it 21-10. Another long drive by the Giants, 8 plays, 81 yards. There's still 4:59 left. But the Vikings have to score twice now. They're down by 11. It can be done. We've seen it done in the past, but it's difficult. Yep, New York's winning. Let's see who kicks off here. I forgot. I think it's Whitney. Whitney, number 9, is the one that kicks off. Yep. There's the kick. From the 7-yard line on the return, John Mills. And Mills still on his feet. Brings it out to the 32-yard line. And that's where Minnesota will have it, 1st and 10. With 4:54 left to play. Some highlights. Foster getting sacked. And Foster getting sacked. It's been that type of night. First and 10 Minnesota at their own 32, down by 11. There you go. That was the Broncos and the Panthers several years back. 1st and 10 from the 32. Foster looking. Foster rolls out and just throws it away. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. 4:48 left. Vikings going to have to do better than that. Four wide for Minnesota. 3 to the far side. Foster in the shotgun. Foster looking. Foster rolls out. And Foster's going to take off and slides down the 35-yard line. After all that, it's only a 3-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 7 at the 35-yard line. 4:25 and counting. 4 wide for the Vikings. A big 3rd down right here. I'm sure they'll go on 4th. Foster back. Foster throws and caught by Underwood out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 4th and 1. Lawson Underwood, the tight end, in his 11th year out of Iowa. With just over 4 minutes left, you're down by 11. You got to go for it. 4th and 1. Vikings are going for it. 4 wide. Foster under center. Foster to Maffa, gets the 1st down out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 10, 1st down Minnesota. The last time these two teams played, it was in New York. It was the final game of the regular season last year. The Vikings won that game handily. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Foster looking. Foster throws and caught by Underwood out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 3 down to the Giant 45. In fact, when the Vikings beat the Giants last season, it made the Giants the 3 seed and the Vikings the 2 seed. The Vikings ended up getting a first-round bye. 4 wide for the Vikings. Foster in the gun. 2nd and 7. Foster back. Foster throws. Caught by Underwood out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11. 1st down Vikings. 3:10 and counting. Giants lead it 21-10. Vikings opt for the no huddle. We're down to 3 minutes. Foster in the shotgun. 4 wide. Foster looking. Foster rolls out, throws, and caught by Underwood down to the 25. A gain of 9. It'll bring up 2nd and 1. Clock is moving. 2:40 and counting. Vikings really need to score before the 2-minute warning. 2.5 minutes left. Foster looking. Foster throws outside and caught, rolling out of bounds. John Mills. And that'll be enough for the 1st down. A gain of 6 yards. He rolls out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. That's what the Vikings needed. 1st and 10 from the Giant 19 in the offset eye. Foster under center. Foster looking, throws near side, and incomplete. Thomas Merced, the intended receiver. The pass was broken up by number 35. I'm looking for a 35 on the roster. I don't see one. I think it was 25, Chris Chapman. 2nd and 10 from the 19 in the I formation. 2:23 left. Foster, play action. Foster got hit as he threw, incomplete. He was nailed by Walter Spencer, the linebacker. That'll stop the clock. Incompletion. 2:18 left. 3rd and 10 from the 19-yard line. 4 wide for Minnesota. Foster in the shotgun on 3rd down. Now they shift. 5 wide. Empty backfield this time. Foster looking. Foster throws, and it's nearly picked off. Nolan Mixon, the linebacker, knocked it down. Looking for Underwood. Is now 4th down. Now you're down by 11. You need a field goal somewhere along the way here anyway. So why not take the field goal now, make it a one-score game? That's what they're going to do. Randy Lloyd from 40 or 36 yards. The kick is up. And it's good. So now it's an 8-point, one-possession lead for the Giants. With 2:12 remaining, as the Giants lead it 21-13. That was a smart move. Make it a one-score game. Make sure you have time enough to score again if you have a chance. We're live from US Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Our Week 7 Thursday night game. It's been a good one. Looks like it's going down to the wire. Kickoff by Jay Molson brings it back. And Molson out to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 Giants. Stephen Gardner, the quarterback. The 7th-year quarterback out of the University of Houston. 2:07 left. The Vikings, they have to get a stop here. They'll get the 2-minute warning after this play. 3 wide to the far side. Gardner in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Gardner hands off to Johnson around the outside. Johnson picks up 4 to the 32-yard line. Ty Martin on the tackle. As we hit the 2-minute warning. Live from US Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Week 7, our Thursday night game here at Jammin' Sports. 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun, 2nd and 6. Gardner to Johnson. And Johnson plows forward, gets the first down. That's huge. Out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 14 yards. The Vikings will take a timeout. They have 2 left. That was a big first down. Vikings with 2 timeouts remaining. They've got to force a punt here. They can force a punt and leave about a minute left. In the I formation, Gardner under center. If the Giants get another first down, though, it's over. The handoff to Johnson. Johnson's going down at the 45. Loss of a yard. Andy Doris on the tackle. In his 13th year out of Wisconsin. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 45-yard line. Giants come out. Gardner under center. Gardner to Johnson. And Johnson's got another first down. That should wrap up the game as the Vikings now take their final timeout. That was a gain of 8 yards. I'm sorry, more than that. It's a gain of 12 yards. First down, Giants at the Viking 43-yard line. Vikings are out of timeouts. The Giants should be able to just run out the clock. Gardner will take a knee. And the Giants are going to be 7-0. And the Vikings are going to drop to 4-3. Evil Dead's going to get this one right. He'll be 56-40 now. He's catching it with Misty. They're actually going to run a play this time. Gardner hands off to Johnson. Johnson goes down at the 44, no gain. Maybe a gain of a yard. Viking Skywalker is going to drop to 20-16. Giants remain undefeated, and they're going to face the Jets in Week 8. That's going to be a humdinger. In the I formation, Gardner will take a knee. They don't have to snap it again. It's a hard-fought game, but the Giants are going to hold on and remain undefeated. The only undefeated team in the league at the moment. Well, they're going to punt. They don't have to. Zach Everett back to punt. They're going to go ahead and punt anyway. It's not wise, up by 8. But it's out of bounds, and that will end the game. Your final score, the Giants 21, the Vikings 13. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern, with a doubleheader. Good night, everybody.